and his ruling APC. More pointedly, the ADC accuses the administration of double standards, claiming that politically exposed people who align with the APC are embraced, while critics face heightened scrutiny from anti-corruption and security agencies. The ADC insists that no one is above the law, including Nasir El-Rufai, but warns that the law must never be weaponized against political opponents. So tonight we ask, was this an enforcement action grounded in due process, or does it signal a troubling turn towards political intimidation and normalization of selective justice? And for a former governor who once stood at the very heart of power, what does it mean to now allege persecution from the state? And I'm suitably delighted to say that the former governor of Kaduna State and former minister of the Federal Capital Territory of Abuja, Nasir El-Rufai, joins me now exclusively in the studio. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you, Charles, for inviting me.
And I know we're in February, but I ought to wish you a happy new year, because we haven't seen this year.
I welcome you guys back. This El-Rufai man, I believe they said he was coming from, I greet you all according to your time. This is kind of, Valentine spirit, Valentine chats, and then politics. Valentine, so Valentine, and happy Valentine to you. Hopefully you all have a lot of love in your life. This man, just as I said, sometimes when we talk about politics, it has to do with the betterment of the community, of the country, and all of our people, because we are here on social media, to give a voice, to speak for those individuals that are not actually able to speak, or something that is not really right. But this is it. I really don't know much about politics, and that doesn't mean that we are for. I greet you all according to your time. This was an exclusive story, or not really story, because it was yesterday. Maybe it was coming from Morocco. He was coming from somewhere. I saw the story yesterday, but I really do not actually pay much interest. But I listened to everything that he had said. All right, he condemned most of the things, and even listening to him yesterday, it's like the current president in Nigeria has no right to actually to arrest him or to do anything. He's a northerner. Shout out to everyone, because when we are speaking all these things, when we are saying all these things, right, we have to be careful, because these people, especially these political figures, leaders, they do everything. They are very smart. They are doing it already, and you guys are already falling for it. And I just don't know, when will you guys stop fighting one another? They will do all these things, and then you guys will be fighting one another on social media, and there's no reason for it. Anyone can follow anyone that you guys want to follow, but don't be too much vagabond of a thug, that you are just thug, that you just allow your parent to waste money on you, to just go to university and just be thuggery. For how much are they going to pay you? Even when whoever that you are representing, when they enter, because of your thug habit and behavior, you will never get any places in the Asoro. No, because nobody wants that kind of behavior. You were hired to do a specific job, and you did very well. So just remain that your thuggery life. All right. But the point is, I came to hear the name of this man, El-Rufai, a lot. That even, I believe, one of his sons is in politics as well. I pray that, I hope he's in good health, because they laugh at the guy that he is SS. I'm not sure. Maybe they are just laughing at him, because of his stature. Really, but, I'm not here. Because as a parent, and he's doing well. He spoke well. He really speaks well. And then probably the other children of El-Rufai, one of them is, because these are children, it's not my business. But the point is it seems as if social media is really against him a lot. That does not mean that he's a bad person. But it seems when he served, you see the position that Wike is holding right now, it seems he has held that position. Minister of FCT. Now, I'm not sure who is the president that time. You guys can go and look that up if it is really important. And even if it is important, we might look it up, but if we did not look, we did not search any of those things. I just want you guys to listen to how he speaks. Because, you know, this is why when we all put our mouth together in one accord, like no one can just come and arrest anybody anyhow without any warrant. Without any warrant. Really. Without any letter being served. But nobody is doing it. Now that it's being done to him, he's really upset. And he really put the current president right now in his place that he has no right to even do this and do that. So for you guys to see that the problem is started already. It's starting to be rumbling. You know? So you parents, all you have, you speak with your mouth to your children. Whoever will hear among them, let them hear. Who will not hear, may God not let us see anything. We are not going to sit down here and be crying on our children. Because the people that are still going to blood, oh yeah, I do not pray. You know, every part of the world, they always do their politics and they do their campaign and everything. And everything go smoothly. Didn't you guys say that? Everything goes smoothly. That is why I just want you guys, because if I want to just, the reason why how I hear his name was during the Christian genocide. His name came up a lot. And I don't know how they actually address you here. Malam or Alaji, whatever. Nasiru, you know. If during your government, I'm not going to put my mouth in whatever you guys are doing for one another. No. You guys are really dirty. And you guys know it. You know. But he denied, he was really upset, like he had been in service. I just don't know, but it's the way he said it, like he has been a minister of FCT. That is kind of that position that Wike is doing. He served something for 8 years, and then he used to be the governor of Kaduna State. There's a lot going on in Kaduna State there. That Kaduna State, didn't I tell you that Baba Regbedu just went to Kaduna State? I have not seen any presidents leaving their office and say they are visiting governors. It is only BOLA AHMED TINUBU, and he knows what he's doing. All these northerners, darling, no bus can go, no trailer can go around them. I'm not even here. I'm not speaking for anyone. I'm just speaking. Every one of you, your children in the university, any kind of level of colleges, warn your kids. Warn your kids, warn your kids. You are working, face your work and come back home. Or do whatever you wanted to do that you have fun with. Do not allow anybody to, you know, because their kids will be fine. Most of their kids is not in Nigeria. Okay, but this guy's really upset. Really, really upset. As if what they did to him, as if it's never been done. Look at all the Igbo boys in the social media right now. It is a shame unto all these Igbo boys. It is a shame unto them. Look at their brother. They removed their brother from Abuja. Their brother is in Sokoto now. Eh? What that guy is fighting for, it is for their own betterment. What that man is fighting for, Nnamdi Kanu. You know? Nnamdi Kanu. And now you could see how everything is going. We are all Nigerians, yes. You know? But how many Yoruba will do that? That their own brother, it doesn't matter. Maybe they will do, I don't know, because this politics is really dirty, eh? They moved that to Nnamdi Kanu, man. They moved that man to Sokoto. He's so far away from his family. I didn't even know. You guys have seen his wife? Oh? He's a father as well. And he's a British citizen. The fight that Nnamdi Kanu is fighting now, nobody is seeing it. Not until you know, when things are transpiring and everything, and none of them actually use their platform to speak, but they are all collecting and collecting on top of all the money that they have, and they are building houses, and they think they wanted to use. Darling, before you were born, you that you say you have city something, my father's business has city in it. Only I don't like to bluff. You know, I really don't like to bluff. It's not part of me. It will never be part of me. With all of this nonsense that you guys were doing on social media, it is a really shame to you guys. It is really shame. But by the grace of Almighty God, one day, what do you call him? Blood of Jesus. Nnamdi Kanu will come out. One day Nnamdi Kanu will come out. You know? So, it's an Igbo man, right? Yeah. The only person that fight for him, that talk about him for them to leave him, is Obi. It's Obi. I mean, it's weekend. It's just a lot. It's Obi. I'm just studying all of you. You guys are all disappointment to yourself and your generation. You guys think I'll be... You see those printing papers? That boy. What do you call his name? It's the hooligans for his papa. They are all printing papers. They just print it, they put something, they put the logo, blah, blah, blah. Because nobody will be hooligans for the man now. You can't become hooligans when they use pants to go train. There are so many things that he did. Look at the person that he even adopted the other time. Blood of Jesus. I'm really sorry, guys. It's a lot. It's like boy fear will not away me. It's a lot. The best way TINUBU went and kidnapped and put the boy on the national television of the Badon there. They are all crooks and crooked. Sheyi is ordinary citizen. The other girl was fat, and the girl eyeball like that. She will be thinking she will be going. She be Nollywood girl. She never do any movie or do anything. She will go to a party and then she will be rude to people that they are not her mates. Recently, she just lose weight. There's nothing to my big girls, so let me just say, because all these girls needed to be put in their place. I don't have time for them. Now they are trying to be around the, what do you call that one? Okoya, Sade. They wanted to be Sade, that Sade know herself. Sade don't talk too much. Oh God, where is that? Okay. It's a lot. I mean, everything is going on. Shit. Yeah, this one. Let me come back. How are you doing? Remember to like chat. Come back.
You landed in Abuja. Who approached you? What did they say? And at what point
adopt you can't become problem. When they are
when I came out of the plane, and a young man that is well dressed with a nice suit came to me and said, I am from the DSS, Department of State Security, and would like to meet with you in our office. I said, that's fine. Where is the letter of invitation? He said, my bosses have it. I will escort
you guys listen, no, that's in course.
I'm going through immigration. I have to do that. Just get me the letter. So he said, okay. But I noticed that as I started going, more and more people came out. Apparently, I didn't know because I I slept through most of the flight, and even when we landed, I didn't call any of my guys to learn what was going on. But apparently, they had moved about 50 DSS operatives
to come and meet you.
to the 50 to the airport with the specific instructions that I should be detained, I should be abducted and detained. I will come to other details. But so we started working, but I saw more people coming out. You know, I'm a politician. I'm used to crowds. I'm used to people surrounding me. And then as we moved forward, we came to the point that I either go right for immigration or left for the e-visa. And the two officers came forward, one big fat one and another about my height, and said, we are from the DSS, sir, we are going this way. We need to go to your office. I said, I'm not going to your office. I'm not going anywhere until you show me a letter of invitation. Your guy said you have a letter. He said, no, sir. I said, if you don't have a letter, I'm not going. You know my house. I live very close to the DSS headquarters. I can even walk down there if you bring a letter of invitation. So I tried to turn right, and they tried to force me to go left. I said, look, don't touch me. I'm going with my passport to have it stamped. And I'm not going where you want. He said, you have to go to where I want. I said, even the president cannot tell me I have to do anything.
He repeated it. You guys said that.
Democratic country. I don't have to do anything that I do not wish to do. So you are just a middle level or senior civil servant.
So
The president cannot tell me what to do.
okay, let me say a little bit. I have to drink a little bit of water. So guys, it is happening. This is just how I'm just going to be bringing stuff out. For me, I'm not a political person, and I'm not siding anything. I am not. I'm not. I didn't even plan for this, but they throw it my way, and I will talk about it. And I want the only reason why I hear RUFAI. Okay. This is the phone. It's gone. It's okay. The only reason was of the Christian genocide. You guys remember that a lot of stories came out from social media, and they mentioned this man's name a lot. They mention his name a lot. You know, because Nigeria is not Nigeria is not a Muslim country. What is it again? There's something that we call it before. You guys are understanding that this man's name came up in the sense that our Christians were suffered and suffered and suffered. There was a man, because I didn't plan for this. This is just an impromptu, and I'm going to speak about it. Because, again, what is going on within their party, I don't know. Because A, B, C, D, E, F, they are the same thing. It doesn't matter. All right? That is why you guys could see they will never even allow women to even be presidents. No. You? They will put you underneath your feet, underneath their feet, these people. Even look, even the women that even marry the men self, instead of them to make use of their own office and make it well, no, they became liar, pant of fire. That where do you begin this? See how they've been arresting people. Isn't this how they did? Even his was, is it coming from Morocco or something where, even though it's not important, but it's coming from somewhere, right? It's now upset because probably has been a two-timer governor for Kaduna State, and he has worked as minister of FCT. He said the experience that he has in politics is 16 years. So, you know, he has to is telling people like whatever they are doing, whatever they are doing. You know, he talks a lot. And then he did a lot of stuff. That is where his name came out, because it has to do with the Christian man. There was a Christian man, because these people are using what they are doing. They are bringing all these hooligans. You know, he is educated. And he said he did not even plan. His plan was, you know, to go to Egypt and whatever the book that he's writing. A set of people will buy his book and they will read. I have nothing against him. You know? And his children, they can publicize the book for him. That is some problem. But this man, for you guys to know that Christian persecution has been going on in Nigeria for so long, especially in that north, and they cover it there. They said there was a man. The man is married. The man has family, and the man was a Christian. And the man refused to leave that his community. This is what these kidnappers, these herdsmen, that their leg is dry. Their leg and everything, and their teeth is everything kind of overlap like a yingoru. Like, where are these people coming from? Like, may God please help us. They bring them into the Nigerian country. They did not guide the border. They didn't guide the water, nor did they guide the air. They did not. Won't guide the air. Shonye, may God Almighty help us. And then when you speak, they say, "Hoi, you don't know how to talk." She's the one that knows how to talk. Talk and let us hear, and let us hear what we are talking. That is where this man's name came out. And I say, whoa. There's this man. They said the man was a Christian. This is it Mishetiala or the kidnappers. They bring all these people that they are illiterate. I don't know which part of the world they come from, but they've let them enter Nigeria, you know. These men, these influential men, they are elites, you know, the northerners. They will sit there. They will sit down there. No, they didn't eat papo. They do, and they will be speaking. They will say, "Believe me, they are politicians. I don't get into their maze. Whatever they like, they do. If they cannot tumble themselves from Sahara Desert, from Kilimanjaro, let them roll down, and then allow Atlantic Ocean to be close to them. Darling, if they cannot roll, God forbid them." She they say God did not answer prayer. She be our to bury. We thank God. Blood of Jesus. And then we are fasting. The calendar, I was looking at it. You guys excuse me if I did not say excuse me. It's all rumbling. Blood of Jesus is getting better. So that's how it is. This is part of it. Workaholic. How you do it? Hey. This my RUFAI. Even sometimes I think say this man, be me, I don't know. I thought this RUFAI is the father of RUFAI Hosseini. RUFAI Hosseini will be laughing today. I thought it's the father of RUFAI Hosseini of Arise. Because me, I don't know. I say RUFAI, I know I have to. I say RUFAI Hosseini. I get it mixed up a lot. You know, because, you know, if you are trying to catch up, because you guys are asking, I have to speak, darling, and study. They are wicked people. That is why they are coming after his children. But I will not do that as a mother. I love their children and everything. I didn't pray anything to happen to their kids and everything. May the Lord Almighty continue to keep our going out and coming in. But here they wanted to adopt him. He said no. So what the heck? It's like, who is your president? It's like their president self cannot. You guys say it from his mouth. You guys will hear it. Because before you guys say, this is why I like them to, you hear it from the horse's mouth. It's not a long chat. You hear it. And he forbid everybody. Because, you see, that is why you know you're right. You listen to him so that you know next time. She Sunday Igboho that they went to arrest over there. When Sunday Igboho wanted to go from at the backyard over there to go from Cotonou to meet it to Germany, to Imbonulo in Germany. And then, Unamdi Kanu. No Igbo boys. Look at the Igbo boys. You guys should be ashamed. I say, whoa. Even you, since Mohbad came, only God knows how you guys planned the death of Mohbad. But God will judge, God will ask all of you guys. The advertisement that Mohbad did it for something like has to do with bitter cola or bitter leaf. Because when I was speaking about bitter leaf, something is coming. Did you guys see the ad? The person who engineered the deal, it is what is the name of that my son? That big one. You know, it's big poko. I always followed Davido. That one is the Cubana chief priest. That boy is the one that organized it. And you didn't hear anything from those boys' mouth. He's the one that organized that something for Mohbad. You know, because he did all those things, he can organize and do all these things. How can people trust him right now? You know, even though we keep quiet. Look at the work that they just did in how they got the footage of the camera by the doorbell. You know, they have to go to the company that invented all this product that we are using. Because my darling, Grandma Nancy Godfrey didn't have clouds. But if they wanted to get something, they will get it. I was able to link that too, because there are some people that were speaking online that if you go to the company, Nigeria or the company, they never allow it to happen. And the woman that called herself a mother, she's there. No, that one's not her own problem because she wanted to be known globally. That is not how she wanted to be known globally. RUFAI, let me bring it to RUFAI because if we are going to listen, there's no need to be going all around now, right now. This is how RUFAI name came up, that this set of people, they try to terrorize that particular village in the north. But that man is not giving up. The man is not leaving because the man knew their mission is to, you know, buy all of them, do whatever they wanted to do, all of them, and then when they all leave, and then they will occupy. They find it difficult to get rid of this guy, and it's a young guy, and it's a Christian. He used the name of Almighty God to fight them. Did you know what they did? I have no idea if RUFAI was still in administration then, or they got in touch with RUFAI that they were trying to do this mission, but they find it impossible to do. So they used RUFAI power, and they just carried the man, and they locked the man in jail. They showed the picture of the man. I don't know, when we were treating cases and everything. And I looked at the picture. I found a picture. They sent it on TikTok. And my heart bleeds. So all of these things, that is how I get to know you guys, you RUFAI. Whatever you are doing, and you guys are still doing, all of you that you guys are in power, all of you, you guys are financing kidnapping and banditry in Nigeria. It's because you guys are you guys are not being honest. That is where you guys are. And then once you guys follow, you guys see people like you that you guys can give money to, that you can buy their life, the money that they will use, maybe they will just blow it off. If they do grocery and whatever they do, probably let's say million, under a week is gone. Everybody's responsibility is different. The money is gone. You buy them off, you get their voice. God will deal with all of you as He chooses, He with capital H. So it hurts you that they came and attack you. 50 people. And you did not even plan to get in touch with your hooligans too. The Lord will deal with all of you. But this is where your name came out. All of your boys and people that knew these stories that I'm speaking about, they will know. If this man is still in custody, that you guys just go and carry him. And you guys will just carry somebody and just carry them and put them away. So that you guys will be able to do what you guys are doing. The Lord will deal with you guys. You guys probably for the years or whatever you guys are doing, you guys might succeed. But hey, the Lord that created every one of us is seeing everything. And the day that his judgment will come, how his judgment comes, he knows how he does it. I don't know. I mean, really. That's how I hear your name. They mention your name a lot in Christianity genocide. And if they find it difficult to eliminate or to deal with somebody, they say they use you. You understand what that means? That you were sitting down here, you deny a lot of shit. I mean, in seniority, in speaking about politics, you can be older than, I don't know, you can be older than BOLA AHMED, I don't know. And he might be older than you, I don't know. You guys are not in the same party, whatever. And he thought, that's what he thought. He thought if he brings everybody, all of the governors in Nigeria under one, I wanted to, okay, I will still show you guys. If he bring everybody under one umbrella, that is how he's going to win. He did not know that is very stupid. Yeah, he was really stupid for thinking like that. Because when he was young, when he was doing his political, he's been in this thing for a long time. He did not believe in there's a word that they use. That's something is on this phone that I'm using. He did not believe in it because I saw a kid, they throw it to me. This guy talk about it. Well, you guys are just raging. The Lord is dealing with them, how the Lord deal with them. Don't you see him? He went to Turkey. He's working with the president of Turkey. You guys see it. And he just went left. He cannot walk straight anymore. And they said he did a knee surgery or whatever. You do knee surgery. You don't do. I don't know why you are walking over there. Wherever. The Lord knows how he does his work. That is where God went to shame you. There is nothing. So now you and RUFAI, you and the North and the Kaduna people, you guys are dealing with it. So this is where RUFAI, that is where if RUFAI is here, yeah, RUFAI, come and sit down, because I listen to all this charge. I say, okay, let me go like, you said 20-something million people. If they mention your name, they mention your name in the killing of Christian people in Kaduna. And there was someone that you actually threw in jail because they were unable to get rid of that man. Because the man stand on the solid rock of our Lord Jesus Christ. And they use your power and they carry that man and they put that man in jail. Because you know how you guys rule. And you do not want that power to hold you. Because you say you know how it works. And it is not you. Go and let them go. Let my people go, said the Lord God Almighty. Everyone that you guys have kept in jail, in custody, because you guys want to rule. What are you guys ruling? What are you guys ruling? You guys turn everything upside down. You even mentioned that maybe it's part of the lobbyists, because they said they were Kwakwanso, they were after Kwakwanso, I don't know, maybe it's the White House that is after Kwakwanso. Even you said maybe it's the lobbyist that he paid $9 million to. Maybe they were the one that is behind that work. So you all know one another that you guys are so dubious. You guys are so dubious and you guys are so full of it. So, RUFAI, we are going to start fasting. No, the Muslim, I don't know, they said on the 16th or on the 17th, you guys, but Ash Wednesday, we are going to start fasting. We are going to eat. Once anything is starting, the Christian one is different. There's no noise about it. We are not talking about anything. We are not talking about anything. But we are meeting. We are delivering. We are praying in spirit and in truth. And the Lord heard. The Lord hears you. The Lord, in every family, the Lord is only looking for one person that can stand up and close up that gap between him, God, and that particular family. The Lord can use the husband, the Lord can use the wife, the Lord can use both, the Lord can use children, and the Lord can use every one of them. Don't you see? The more the merrier. And the Lord can use anybody. The Lord can use the kids. It doesn't matter. Distance is not a barrier with God. Fire it. So, you guys want to fight with yourself. That is your own guys' problem. You said on Monday, ICPC, I don't know what is ICPC means. You said DSS means, I don't know who your DSS means. You carry your immigration, your e-visa, I don't know what everything means. Everybody that were held in captive, that they are Christian, RUFAI, go and release them. That is where I hear your name. And that Kaduna is not honest too. Recently, AHMED went to that Kaduna. Ubasani is there. Ubasani too never came out into anything good. Ubasani's name never came out. It is on social media. You guys try to be covering it. I don't know, maybe celebrated his 50th birthday. I don't know, maybe celebrated 50 or under 50. That's his own problem. That's his own problem. Okay? So, they are still adopting. They are still adopting and kidnapping. In Kaduna, under Ubasani. And those Yaya boys that they said they are whoever is the circle them or circulate them. Show ye to circulate one. They are still kidnapping only because I'm not speaking about it. I'm not. It's not that I don't want to. You know what I mean? You kind of choose and pick some stuff. Because everything now will be raging and be raging again, because I'm not going to allow their problem to kind of spoil me in the eyes of people around the world. How you doing? We are beautiful people. We are always laugh. We love love. You guys know we love love. Did you guys see we love? Different kind of stuff is coming through. Oh my God, we love love. Oh my God. We love love every day, daily, always, 365 days a week. How are you doing? Love your kids and love them. Love. If you don't want to be a mother, don't be a mother. It's not by fire, by force. Rather, ufu. So yeah, only you. We thank God for everything. That is how his name came about. Then he talked about 25. He said when he was doing the position of wicked, that's when he was doing that position. He said he gave about 25,000 people land, and then when he gave his own wife, maybe when he bought it, right? Maybe when he bought the land, of course it has to be for your wife, right? And then I think they summoned him a lot. They summoned one another. That's you guys' problem. And then it's like when they were in court and blah blah blah. Of course that case failed. Whatever. I say, oh, you know, maybe that time, maybe I don't know, maybe we are not blogging or something. I really don't have interest in politics and all those things because it's very bad, you know. So, I mean, like I will tell you guys that even Melania do it well. Melania, that's why I say Melania, I laugh. I say, well, Baron is done school right now. That Baron is done middle school. That Baron is done high school. Now Baron is even done. I think Baron is in university right now, because that is the excuse to stay behind to raise. Who there inside? Who sent you? No, she's going to walk her walk, and everything. And she did what she's going to do. She represents her country well. I don't know. That is where I know the name of RUFAI, of when they were killing people, the genocide things that is happening and so that is happening. And Kaduna, and the genocide is still happening with Christian people in Kaduna, and they are still kidnapping people. They are still kidnapping people. And the Uba Sahani people will came out and they will say it's a lie. And the police will came out and they will say it's a lie. And they say it's the truth. They said it's truth. But they came and tell the media that it's a lie, and it's not. I think Uba Sani is right now saying he's doing the governor of Kaduna. I just don't understand this set of men. Men that are in power, they have access, they are in power, they have access, they know everything. They chaperone kidnapping, and they finance. I really don't know what he did that they want him. That's their own problem. You are going to be following. I don't know, concern me. You that you are always tying red scarf, that you are in Edo, your hooligans, better go and sit down. You see, watch how this guy always does stuff. Aisha Yesufu. Maybe that one, I don't know. Aisha Yesufu. Watch, she's settled. They always call her into press. They will speak to her. She will speak nicely. You will be going buru 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 like a melano uru. Go say it. Yeah. Allow yourself to make sense. All of you. Now, what did this guy say? This guy said Nuhu Nibadu ordered Ruhu Nibadu make the call. What did he say? He said Nuhu Nibadu make the call and order that I be abducted and detained by the DSS. He just said it 5 hours ago. He said Nuhu. Charles was asking him on Arise. Charles said, how did you know that allegation? He said he knew because how they know, because he was saying that they always tamper people's phone to get information. So that is how he knew that it was Nuhu Nibadu that made the call. Because how they tamper each other's phone and everything. Let us hear the story, and God bless all of you. Remember to like the chat and the happy Valentine. Allow your mother and your father to love you. Kekushida. So it's not really not like that. It's just like what is going on. We just thank God. It is it's a lot. It's well in Jesus' name. Yeah. He really berated the.
What to do. Don't say I have to.
Don't say I have to.
Language. And I turned right. By then, of course, some of the passengers had come.
They come.
And began to form a crowd.
They form a crowd.
So I turned right and I moved on. Presented my passport. It got stamped. And remember, before you stamp the passport, a DSS operative has to look at it and then hand over to the immigration officer. This was done. If there was any issue that is really official, the DSS operative would have told me we've been asked to hold your passport. So they gave me my passport and I walked out. But these guys were still following me, saying I have to go with them. I said, you are wasting your time. I'm not going. I'm a citizen of this country and I've been in government long enough to know the process, the procedure for any investigation. You are free to invite me, and I have been in government long enough to respect institutions. So just give me a letter of invitation. If you don't have a letter of invitation, forget it. I'm not going. But he felt that he could take me by force with the 50 armed DSS operatives he had. But by then, the crowd had become bigger. Passengers from the plane that came with me, as well as the people that came to receive me, now surrounded and said, that's not going to happen. They came up with a second scam. Where is your passport? I said, it's just been stamped. You saw it stamped. Yes, and then one of the immigration officers that is the surrogate said, no, we want to check something on the passport. I said, sorry, once the passport is stamped, it's my private property. And I held on to it. But one of my aides quickly took it away from me,
your aid,
thinking that he would protect it better.
Yeah,
That's the aid that
and
got
they
beaten
beat
up,
him.
and they seized the passport
From him.
They beat him up.
They beat him
Yeah.
up. If I had the passport with me,
They wouldn't
I would
have your passport now.
I would not be talking this
Or,
way. This is essentially what happened. They were overpowered. They came with 50 people, but I think maybe 45 out of the 50 decided that this is not appropriate or this is not possible. And I was actually quite touched, Charles, by the way people spontaneously, without any knowledge or any plan, decided that this must be resisted. And I think it portends a danger that the security agencies need to have a rethink. Because once people begin to lose confidence in the neutrality of such institutions, we are on our way to anarchy.
Right. So let's be very clear. And thank you for explaining very lucidly what happened.
Yeah, but I want to add something.
Yes.
Because my lawyers issued a statement after that, mentioning EFCC. I want to say very clearly, it wasn't the EFCC, okay? It was the DSS.
Right.
But the DSS were procured to abduct me by the ICPC. That has never communicated with me ever, okay? The EFCC had written to me while I was away to say that I would like to have a chat with you over certain issues. And I replied, my lawyers replied that, well, I'm not in the country, I'm on my annual vacation. And once I know the date of return, I will let you know. And we have written to EFCC to say that, I will celebrate my birthday with you. My birthday is 16th February on Monday. I will celebrate my birthday.
Well, let us acknowledge that one. My darling, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to RUFAI. RUFAI, happy birthday. You are celebrating your birthday on Monday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Release everybody that you put in incarceration. Release them, that they are there unjustifiably, English, unjustified. When they were there on your unjustified. You guys, you think they can use power. You guys put this something on my face. Oh, wow, okay. Put it on re. Ready, ready. Ó tiẹ̀ tó àtòrí fóònù òfò tí mò ń lò yìí, fóònù yìí òfò ni. Ṣé ó ń yé yín? Happy birthday to you, RUFAI. I don't even know your wife. The land that you bought for your wife when you were in power, when you were the minister of FCT, then they call you, whatever you guys are doing, and decide to throw the case out. Right? I don't know. Hopefully you build on the house. I really don't know whatever you did to the house or to the land. Because the one that Jonathan actually got, Wiki, they never allowed Jonathan to enjoy it. Talking about Jonathan and Jonathan's wife. You see? When Remi went to Babata Denikawu in Oyife, to go and pay for another millions, I don't know, maybe 100 million, to get whatever title that she's looking for. Who is going to be calling her with that title? With her husband? It is only her husband that is Asiwaju. Only one Asiwaju. Asiwaju AHMED. Ṣóyé? Mi ò dẹ̀ rò pé fẹ́ ni Asiwaju ti jẹ títí ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń lọ nìyẹn. Didn't Mrs. Goodluck Jonathan came there? Kẹfì rí pé Rẹ̀mí Tinubu kò ní ara tí wọ́n kó nǹkan pamọ́ sí. You see these women, then they do it. When you Rẹ̀mí, you and your husband, you guys frustrate the effort of Goodluck Jonathan not to stay in power. You think saying wife no? You think saying wife no? Then when Mrs. Goodluck Jonathan consider them, maybe are they Bayelsa people? I just don't know. When they have lot of countries, lot of states in Nigeria right now, everything, they kind of turn everything upside down. Anyway, that is not the point. The point is, when Remy, they look high. Did I finish when I was talking dying? That when Remy, she liked to hug down everybody. She liked to be in control. She has forgotten that she is in the, oh, I wanted to use a big English. Oh yes, the big English, come on. She is in the environ. That is not even English. Environ of Ooni of Ife. She is in the domain. That is not even in big English. I want to use, oh my God, gone are those days when we wanted to write essay like this. We will carry big dictionary, Webster dictionary. We'll be studying English. You will know big English that your teeth will break. You won't be able to pronounce it. The teacher is like, oh my God. Ni in this world, you know, no respect. And Remy, Dimon Sola Roni Remy, Funara. Àwọn olórí dẹ̀ dúró, àwọn olórí dádì Tadéníkàwò, àwọn ìyàwó Tadéníkàwò. Ìyàwó èmi ò ráyè o, àwọn ni wọ́n fẹ́ wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọmọ yẹn ló ní gbogbo wọn pátápátá, èwo lè rarùn. Ẹ jẹ́ gbé rádaràda. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ọmọ mi rárá o. Ní àwọn ìyàwó Tadéníkàwò tó ń jẹ́ àwọn olórí. Ayaba ni gbogbo wọn. Ta ni kò tí níyàwó, ta ni kò ìbímọ nínú wọn tó wá rí kó tó wá fẹ́ dádì Tadéníkàwò. Èyí tó bíbejì lé yé Èkó, wọn dáadáa nìyẹn tiẹ̀. Èyí tó bíbejì ní ilé Èkó, èyàn ò Ìsísí lòun wá àti tátú nínú wọn. Mo rò pé àwọn yòókù lọ mọ̀. Kọ́lọ́run má fọmọ wọn wá. Ṣóyé, like the chat and love yourself and allow God to love you. Like the chat and subscribe. Remy hold everybody standing. I think most people must have sat down, but the Olori was standing. Àwa náà mọ̀ Daddy Tadéníkàwò, that one, like entertainment, really like really well, like quick ló happen. Ibẹ̀ ló ti jọra ẹ lójú, kò sọ̀rọ̀ tí ò sọ tá a mọ̀ tó ń sọ káàkiri. Mo lóko tí ẹ ń joyè. Ó dẹ̀ ránṣẹ́ pé kí ló le tó bẹ́ẹ̀? Kí ló dé? Ṣé wọ́n wá láti Delta? Jésù ọmọ Ọlọ́run. Àwọn olórí Daddy Tadéníkàwò bá dúró because wọ́n retí Madam of TINUBU. Ó sọ fún wọn káwọn jókòó. Ìbáwọn làwọn náà mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n wá. Wọ́n máa já fáwọn náà náà. Àwọn contract àti gbogbo a máa lọ. Wọ́n bá dúró. Camera bá lọ sójú Daddy Tadéníkàwò. When camera went to Daddy Tadéníkàwò, what is Madam Olúrẹ̀mí, Senator Olúrẹ̀mí, respectable Olúrẹ̀mí of globally respectable Olúrẹ̀mí Rẹ̀mí. Wọ́n pé Ọlọ́run ló yá mọ̀ bójú wọn gbogbo wọn ṣe jáàmù. Wọ́n máa ń pè ẹ jókòó. It's been a long time those ladies has been standing up o. Ìwọ ó rò pé lásán ni wọ́n. Sórí tí Ashley bá gbá mú bàbá ńlá family ni. Ashley fẹ́ ọkọ. Ojú ẹ̀dẹ̀ rí tó ojú ẹni tó máa fẹ́ ọkọ rí. Ìyẹn kọ́ là ń sọ. Ibẹ̀ ni Daddy Tadéníkàwò wá ti wá. Ẹ ṣáà ń rojú mi, ó rè o, mo ràn o, mo gbé kámẹ́rà sí o. Daddy Tadéníkàwò wá ní Daddy Tadéníkàwò wo àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀. That eye na really talk. Ẹ jókòó. Ayé ni. How can somebody be just so tall for nothing? No wisdom, mojú, mórí, mẹsẹ̀, ó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Ó dá àwọn ladies yẹn dúró, àwọn olórí tó wà ní àkàtà ọba. Kò bá kéré jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Kò bá jẹ́ Tadéníkàwò ní kọ́ ló ń jẹ́ kí Daddy Tadéníkàwò kó pẹ́ fún wa. ṣé ó yẹ yín tí Tádéníkáwò wà lórí ìtẹ́ yẹn a máa tẹ̀ fún ni báyìí ni a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún ni even gan dáàdì Tádéníkáwò mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ yín láti ẹ̀kan yẹ kí n sọ pé o kí ni kí n sọ yẹn náà o orí adé apẹ́ lórí o ìbàtà apẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ o ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀ apẹ́ lọ́wọ́ o kábíyèsí mo di fóònù mu ni o kábíyèsí ṣé àwọn pátá tó dáa tí mọ́mí Tádéníkáwò tó máa ń wọ̀ fún yín tí a fi máa ń ṣe chat yẹn ṣé òun ló ṣe wà lára yín o ẹ má yẹ kó máa jẹ́ bùgàn ọlọ́run ni ẹni tó bá ra bùgàn fún yín kẹ́ inbox mi ò ní gba nonsense pẹ̀lú any one of them yóò do ẹ̀. ó bá dá àwọn ìyàwó dádì Tádéníkáwò dúró lórí ìdúró àwọn yẹn náà bá dúró kámẹ́rà ṣó wọn mú nìyẹn pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ó dára ó máa ń dára rẹ̀ ní rádaràda èmi ò mọ àwọn tó jọ̀rẹ́ ó lajú ó ti bá wa bá kú ọ̀dùn jù ìwọ náà kó ojú yẹn lọ́nà náà ní èjẹ́ kí náà ó dá òṣì rádaràda ó kì í jáde ọkọ ẹ ò kì í gbé ẹ jáde ọkọ ẹ lajú bàjẹ́ ṣóyé òun ló nǹkan tó ṣe láàrin yẹn nìyẹn ń gbà tó ń joyè yẹn tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá gẹ́ẹ̀tì mo sọ fún yín nìsín ó bá dá àwọn olórí dúró o dáàdì Tádéníkáwò bá wò wọ́n bá wò dáàdì Tádéníkáwò náà fẹ́ràn tá a fẹ́ wọ́n bá ṣojú báyà a ní ẹ jókòó ẹ̀yin olórí ẹ jókòó mo nírẹ̀ mi ó mà dé kó àṣẹ pípa ṣóyé in that particular ceremony ó rí ara Mrs. Goodluck Jonathan ara ẹ̀ lọ woman to woman ìwọ́de rí ara ẹ̀ ò gbà ó wá ń sọ pé laugh now ṣebí you guys hear it didn't get mo ní really Remi dey tell Jesus Christ the Son of God Remi Tinubu they tell Goodluck wife I think that one came to maybe she was invited. My God. Oh my God. Oh wow. And Goodluck wife came now to honor him. Goodluck wife came to honor him. If you were the one, would you go to that kind of outing? I wouldn't go. Máa lè rán àwọn aid sí mi àbáwọn àmọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ kan màá ní kó wọṣọ sáfíẹ́tì blue ó dà pé tí ń dá kìjì ra ẹ̀. One day man dey speak little bit èmi ò mẹjọ rò you are talking about RUFAI. Wọ́n pé mò ń ṣẹ́ ní ṣìn mi ò fẹ́ ṣẹ́ ní ṣìn náà. Ẹni báwo lè ṣe níṣẹ́ ní ṣìn nígbà tẹ́ ń jẹ tẹ́mọ̀ sebẹ̀ ilá ní lásán tẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lé sí ò tí gbọ́ ti kìíní wàá máa gbọ́ ti ṣàkí tí wàá máa gbọ́ ti èdò àti gbogbo RUFAI everybody that you put in jail Christians go and release them. That was how I knew your name. It's not good. It's not good. I didn't even know that you used to be governor 2 times in Kaduna. But the one that is there to Ubasani, they call Ubasani that Ubasani is connected to the one in Kogi. It's bad. It makes somebody even scared, like it's really scared that people that are in power, they are worst. And they are doing that in Nigeria. And Remi came out and be saying, you are not respecting. I don't know how I can classify this woman or this nonsense that then they do. If you like, you say you are supporting TINUBU, you are supporting, it doesn't matter to me. Why would you guys be fighting? People that they are going to dinner, their kids are getting married, they are doing everything, They will go to their club, they will curse all of you guys out. They are not fighting one another. Then when would you guys be fighting one another? It is the only Igbo people that they will forget their brother. Their brother, they is Sokoto. They moved their brother to Sokoto. The only person that talk about their brother is Mr. Obi Peter. And the remaining of these small Obi boys, whatever these boys they are doing, they lack credibility. This little Sheyi boy, I think Sheyi TINUBU, that one, I don't know. It doesn't mean he's just an ordinary citizen like you guys. What has he got to do in a presidency of his father? How many of the president's son have you guys seen? The president of America, the company that he has, it is his kids that are running it. Did you guys hear his sons coming out and be talking and say they are typing a printing paper and say they carry the logo of their father? They don't do all those nonsense. They have a lot of deals in Dubai. You guys see when that prince came to Dubai. When somebody was asking question of Jeffrey Epstein, don't you see how Donald gets so hyped up? Those ones, they are controlling their father's company. So what is the problem with Sheyi that became thug that will not allow people? He print paper for that one, that little girl way fat. That one now go do something, go snatch in the tummy, and we'll be going to party and we'll just be disrespecting people. And then we'll be working with just one loser that they say they behaved. Then I'll just be looking at her. Like, when are you going to have kids? And be saying, and then they have the nonsense nickname that they have that they call her. Lo shala lo jutiare. Origoloto goloto baragalatia. People that they are useless to themselves, they are useless to their life, they are useless to the community. The man that went to the sea and be saying, TINUBU, AHMED, TINUBU, the man that uses his own. Nabi. So that is how the name of RUFAI came out. That I said, RUFAI, me, I don't know, but your name, they said you Christians in Kaduna. I really don't know what part of the city they were in, but they really find this particular guy. The guy is married, he's young, he's married, he has wife, he has children, and you lock him up. Lock him up. They cannot bundle you. When they are bundling everybody with no warrant, why didn't you guys say anything that is not right? None of you guys say anything now. Now it came to your turn. You say, who is BOLA AHMED that is going to arrest you? I really don't know the reason why they are arresting you. Let us hear it. God bless you guys. Remember to like the chat and give the subscriber and subscribe. God bless you. Let's hear what you go.
I will come and see you at 10 a.m. on the 6th. So it wasn't the EFCC.
Oh, happy birthday.
My lawyer thought it.
My lawyer can say, I wish you happy birthday. I did not wish you happy birthday. I wish you happy birthday. For when? When is your birthday? On the 16th. Happy birthday to you. Nasiru, go and remove everybody. Everyone that you have oppressed and you have thrown in the jail, go and release them. Release them. That's all I know. That has to do with religion. That is where I hear your name. The rest, what you are saying right now, me, I hear. Did I trust it? I don't know. Did you do it? I don't know. But if they can arrest others, they can arrest Igbo, they can arrest Igbo, and lot of people like that. Even look at that one self, this lady, Mama Maureen Boni. Ọkùnrin tó tiẹ̀ mọ̀ ń pè Mama Maureen Boni. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Òṣòwò rẹ̀. tó ń bá arrest wọn ẹ máa gbé àwọn èèyàn ẹ ní wá síta kẹ́ wá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ máa sọ pé yà the law tó gbé kàná gbé ibi lẹ́yìn ìgbẹ́rùn fún ẹ̀fàṣẹ́ nìkan gbé kún ju ẹ̀ dànù òṣì.
The EFCC, but it was not. Subsequently, we found out that it was the ICPC.
ICPC.
Procured the
I don't know
DSS
whatever
to
the meaning
abduct
that of
and hand over to
ICPC.
them. And this is a modus operandi of the ICPC that increasingly has become a personal tool of Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu made the call and made the order that I must be in custody yesterday.
How do you know he made the call?
He made the call because we listened to their calls. The government thinks that they're the only ones that listen to calls. But we also have our ways. He made the call, he gave the order.
You guys hear it?
So you tapped his phone calls?
Someone tapped his phone.
Because that technically is illegal.
I know, but the government does it all the time. They listen to our calls all the time without a court order. But someone tapped his phone and told us that he gave the order. So, but the EFCC, I think, has shown itself to be more professional in this particular instance. And on Monday, by the grace of God, I'll go and see them. Yesterday, around 5 p.m., the ICPC finally did the right thing, not the DSS that tried to abduct me, by bringing a letter to my house to say, we want to see you on Friday the 13th. My lawyer wrote back to say, guys, my client is not an idle person that has no program. He's just waiting for a letter from anyone. We've received your letter. We will, now that you've written an invitation, you've had the courage to write an invitation, we will honor the invitation. But on Monday, we are going to EFCC that has written before. So we'll go there. After the EFCC, we'll go to ICPC on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know what the lawyer has written, but you know this. So this is the current state of things as far as we know.
Okay. Well, let me just make clear that the office of the National Security Advisor has a right of reply, because that is how we operate journalistic fairness.
Absolutely.
So, because you've made an allegation against him saying that he essentially gave the order to come and pick you up.
Yes.
They have a right of reply if they so choose.
Yes.
But
and yesterday they met the National Security Advisor, the Governor of Kaduna State, and the Chairman of ICPC met. And they have decided that I must be abducted today.
Not arrested, but abducted.
Yeah, abducted because, you know, arrest, you know, people use arrest. They don't know that arrest has a legal meaning. Arrest means a lawful activity, okay, with a warrant. The police have, under the Police Act, they have a clear, you know, they can arrest you without a warrant. But every other agency must go to a judge and show cause, okay? So when you try to take a person without a valid order,
Valentine chat and grandma chat talk.
But critics might argue, and we could quibble over the law and the legality of it, but they might argue that once an investigative agency issues an invitation, timing is at its discretion, not yours. Why should the EFCC or the ICPC or whatever wait for your chosen date rather than compel attendance immediately?
If they want to compel attendance, they need a court order to convince a judge why time is of the essence. There is no law in Nigeria that says once you're invited on a particular date, you must go that instance. You have your life, you have your plans, and some things cannot be postponed. You may have business transactions that you lose millions of dollars. They are not going to compensate you if you miss those meetings. So the law does not give them blank check to call you at their convenience. If it's not convenient, your lawyer would write and negotiate and say, look, you know, he will come at this time.
Right. Other critics might say that powerful politicians like you often frame investigations as persecution. Why should Nigerians see this as a constitutional issue and not simply due process catching up with you?
Look, Charles, I have been in public service from 1999 to 2007. I left, went into opposition for 8 years and have been in government for another 8 years. Okay, so I have 16 years record of public service, and I have challenged every Nigerian that has worked with me or knows me to come forward to you and expose me if I've ever taken a bribe or demanded a bribe or done anything unlawful in the course of my duties. I have said that on national television. There are 250 million Nigerians to come forward and prove me wrong.
Well,
okay, so I'm coming.
Sure.
And in this latest round of persecution, I've been persecuted before by the Yaradua Jonathan administration. That's all documented in my book, The Accidental Public Servant, where they investigated me ad infinitum and found nothing. In the end, I was charged to court for one alleged offense that in my tenure as Minister of FCT, in which I approved the allocation of land to 27,000 people and companies, one of the 27,000 plots was allocated to my wife. That's abuse of office. They lost. The judge abused the EFCC and warned them not to do things like that. So I have been through this. Now, this round of persecution was designed by the federal government, and they have used my successor, Ubasaini, to be the enabler. They have investigated me since June 2023 in Kaduna and have come up with nothing. They have arrested my former chief of staff, my commissioner of finance, my commissioner of local government, virtually all our senior officials, my senior advisor, Councillor Jimmy Lawal. They have been interrogated. They have tried to pin things on them. They have charged them to court. Most of the charges are frivolous, and I'm quite confident they will lose. They will all be discharged and acquitted. They have not found anything. In fact, Charles, they have got so desperate now, they have stopped going after those that have worked with me in Kaduna. They now randomly go after businessmen, private sector people that are suspected to be my friends. One of them has been in ICPC detention for 73 days today. Even though he has got an order from a court for him to be granted bail, they said they are not going to grant bail. Why? They are under orders. So this young man, Ahmad Sule of TMDK, has been in ICPC detention for 73 days without bail. They have procured a judge in Kaduna, by whom I have submitted a petition to the NJC for his misconduct. They have used that judge not to grant him bail, to say, I will do accelerated hearing. And he will not accelerate the hearing. They want to keep him until after the elections because they suspect that he is the one that is funding the activities of the ADC. They have looked at his accounts for the past 3-4 years. They have found nothing. They have found absolutely nothing, but he's still in detention.
Right.
The person that took the story to them is a gentleman called Rahmania. I'm sure you've heard of the name. He went and said that this man's business is mine, that he was my front, even though I didn't know the guy until 2018 when he came to Kaduna to build something. So this administration has become desperate. They are determined to bring down everyone. They think that we are like them, that we were thieves in government. So they have done the investigation. They were sure they would find something. Till now, till tomorrow, they have found nothing.
Can I just come in here? Because, there are obviously an investigation is ongoing, and it could take a very long time.
Yeah.
And which is why, I'm not speaking for them, but arguably it is that they're moving it directly to you, which is why they're coming after you.
That's fine.
But without prejudice to any investigation, what exactly are the current allegations against you? And are you confident that every financial and administrative decision taken under your watch in Kaduna can withstand scrutiny?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Charles, in civilized countries, you don't start investigation by abducting a person or even arresting a person and keeping him while you're investigating. It's violation of human rights. You do your investigation, okay? Financial records today are largely electronic. They can't be hidden. You do your investigation, you get your records.
Yeah, but how do you know they haven't done their investigation, which is why they're coming for you now?
They have done their investigation and have found nothing.
Okay. Yeah, but you don't know that. You haven't answered to them.
I will go to them.
Right.
Charles, I've been around this system. I know what's going on, even in those institutions. I have an idea what's going on.
So are you suggesting that political motives are at play?
Absolutely. Look, some of the professionals in this institution feel very bad that they are being compelled. And when some of my guys that have been invited or abducted face them, when they finish all the questions, they tell them, look, we are sorry, but this is all political. Why don't you guys go and settle with them? Settle with them means what? Submit to be a member of APC, agree that TINUBU will have a second term. That's what it is.
Well, let me ask you a couple of rapid-fire questions.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll have brief
It has really
answers so we can
started.
move on.
Could be
During your
kicking in.
tenure as governor, were there any contracts, security expenditure, or financial arrangements you now believe could face scrutiny?
Each and every decision and action we took as government of Kaduna State was well documented. I'm probably the only governor that insists that recipients of security vote must sign. We want their names on the record, okay? The Commissioner of Internal Security has a wide degree of discretion to do things, but I've told him, keep your records, because one day questions will be asked. We are a heavily documented government.
Well, the reason
everything that has come to me, up to my level, for approval or endorsement, I have records. I have records.
Right.
So I'm not afraid of scrutiny, but I am not. But I am suspicious of malicious scrutiny.
Right. And so
any scrutiny in good faith.
So you
I'm
should
fine
be.
with it.
So you should be. But there are claims that your administration engaged in controversial security strategies, including alleged financial inducements to violent groups. I mean, did your government ever authorize payments of any kind to armed actors, directly or indirectly?
I am probably one of the few governors that from day one took the position on the advice of my security cabinet that we must never negotiate with cattle rustlers, with bandits. The position of the Kaduna State government when I was governor is the only repentant bandit is a dead one. We never negotiated that. We never did that. We never paid any group for kidnapping anyone.
Right. Okay.
In spite of the pressure. So anybody that claims that is just in another dreamland. Now, as far as I know, all right, the Commissioner of Internal Security brings me proposals for security spending. There is a standing order every month. If there is any special emergency, he brings and says, we want to do this, and I approve. He decides what he does with it, okay? If he chooses on his own to go and give money to what you call armed groups, I don't know about that.
Right.
But to the best of my knowledge, the position of our government as a government is that we don't negotiate with bandits, we don't pay them, we don't do this, we don't do that, we don't do this.
Looking back at your time as governor, do you believe your security approach in Kaduna State strengthened long-term stability or deepened divisions in the state? Because critics, including activists, even clerics, have alleged that dissenting voices were harassed and intimidated during your tenure.
Okay. Look, our security strategy in the state is two-pronged. Okay, there were problems we inherited, okay, around communal violence, tribal intolerance, and so on, which Kaduna has a long history of. We had a security strategy for that. And then there are the emerging threats. When we first came, it was cattle rustling, which metamorphosed into banditry, okay? We had very clear strategy on that. Now, on the first set of security threats, we studied all the commissions of inquiry on previous acts of communal violence in Kaduna, and we came to certain conclusions. And around that, we developed a strategy of zero tolerance to any nonsense from any group that thinks that it can advance its interest through violence. I was very hard on that. I did not allow anybody to do that. And throughout my 8 years in Kaduna, we only had one instance of communal violence in December 2016, and I shut down the 3 local governments affected through Christmas and New Year. Let me land. Okay? And it never happened again because we took very decisive, clear steps that sent a message that something has changed. Okay? Now, But we knew that there are people that don't even live in Kaduna that make social media posts and so on that sometimes can ignite a problem in Kaduna. And I'll just give one quick instance. Somebody living in Port Harcourt or somewhere, or Lagos, said that some students of College of Education were killed.
Yes.
All right? And we checked. All right? The long and short of it was that because I called the commission of what's happening, how did this happen?
Yeah, that was a chap called Maidat Joseph. Was it Maidat Joseph or Luca Biniat?
No, Luca Biniat was stringing for Vanguard. It was
Yes. He was stringing for Vanguard.
It was a different
thing. Joseph was Leadership newspaper.
Yeah.
Anthony Jacobson of Authentic newspaper.
I know Midat. He was a reporter for one of the newspapers.
Yeah, Leadership.
Biniat, I remember. Okay, yeah. Biniat's issue was different. This one was a guy called Audu Maikori. He is the CEO of Chocolate City.
Yes, okay? Audu Maikori, the guy who was brought from Lagos.
Okay, he posted that, and we called him. We said, "Look, Audu, you tweeted this thing is false. Where did you hear this from?" Because we checked. The principal said this because the 5 students that were killed were journalism students. The College of Education doesn't do journalism.
Right.
All right? So we called, we said, look, go and admit that this is not true. Because this kind of reports can trigger retaliation from the people that, you know. He stood by his story. So what we did do as a government, and this is what we did in each and every of those cases, anyone that does something that we think is likely to cause communal violence in Kaduna from previous history, our Attorney General writes to the police and says, look, Charles has published ABC, we've reached him to retract, he has refused to retract, please investigate him for injurious falsehood, incitement, blah, 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 under the penal code. That's what happened in the case of
Well, they said these were your political opponents, that you were essentially silenced for dissenting against.
Maikori, political opponent, the guy lives in Lagos.
Right.
He cannot get 10 votes even in his
But all
own
those people I mentioned,
so this is what happened.
They all wrote articles that were critical of your government.
No, they didn't.
All of them did.
Look, no, they didn't. Midat Joseph and I are still in touch. We are good friends. We may have disagreed on something, but if you see any of them being, and what we did, as I said, is to write this, the police will investigate, and we tell them, investigate first before you go and get a person. They investigate, they invite. Audu was invited, he refused to come. So the Nigerian police is one. They brought him from Lagos and arraigned him. That's what we do. We arraign people before a court of law.
Right. Well, what about the still unresolved case involving one of your very fierce critics, a man known as Abubakar Idris Dadiata, a lecturer and a social media commentator? He was, to use your word, abducted from his Kaduna home in 2019 by unknown gunmen and has remained missing to this day, nearly 7 years later. Amnesty International considers the case to be one of enforced disappearance, and many fingers point towards your government, which was in power in Kaduna State at the time. Are they right for their fingers to be pointed in the direction of your government? Because his protection is the duty of your government.
Charles, they are totally wrong. And what you have been given is not the right, it's not the correct thing. Dadiata's timeline is still around. Go and study it. Dadiata was not a fierce critic of Kaduna State government. He was a fierce critic of Kano State government. He's from Kano. He's a Konkosia guy. He lives in Kaduna and lectures at a university in Katsina State. He lives in Kaduna. But he's a fierce critic, not of Kaduna State. Go and review his timeline. Okay? It was Ganduje that was his problem.
But he was living in your state.
He was living in my state.
So technically he is your...
No, of course.
He falls under your province.
Yes, but I didn't even know him. We only got the report of Dadiata's existence.
Right.
Okay? And the fact that he lived in Kaduna State after his family reported to the police that he was abducted as he was returning home in the evening. And when we investigated, all that we could gather from his family was that the abductors came, took him, and they came from Kano. So if anybody is to be asked questions about the disappearance of Dadiata, this is Kano State government. It has nothing to do with Kaduna State government. We didn't even know he existed. And Charles, trust me, he was not a fierce critic. I didn't even know he existed until he was abducted.
Wow.
But till today, some people on social media ask me the question. I don't care. 3 years after Dadiata was abducted, a policeman that was posted out of Kano to Ekiti State confessed to someone that they were sent from Kano and they took the guy, they abducted Dadiata, and he felt bad about it. That's the only thing I know, but it was not a Kaduna State problem. He lived in Kaduna State and it was our duty to protect him. But how could we protect him when we didn't even know he existed or was a particular critic of Ganduje?
Right. Okay. Well, let's move on from there and to what ought to be really the second part of this discussion. Because you've been largely silent for a few months.
Did you guys say that?
In Nigerian politics, silence is often strategy.
Wow.
Were you recalibrating? Were you regrouping? Or were you politically wounded by your own defection first to the SDP and subsequently to the ADC, which clearly has failed to unify the opposition as you had hoped? Because, I mean, you were talking about a unified opposition under the ADC. Or perhaps the tsunami of the other high-profile defections that are sweeping the opposition in what some have termed the betrayal of the opposition. I mean, I'm curious to know what your political calculations were and are.
Well, look, Charles, maybe the best way to answer it is to say all that you've described is a bit of everything, okay? But from my days in the construction industry, since I graduated from university, the construction industry has a culture of closing down mid-December and remaining closed till mid-January.
Yeah, but you hadn't spoken before that, though.
Pardon?
You hadn't spoken for quite some time before
No. I left this country in November because I planned to shut down through December and part of January. As I was planning to come back, I had a triple infection, bronchitis, malaria, and a viral infection I picked up in Dubai. And I was hospitalized for 5 days, which scared me because I've never been in hospital for more than one night in my life.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better now.
I am fine now. I'm perfectly fine. In fact, I have all my medical reports that I will publish before anything happens. And they say, oh, he's always had ill health. I have perfect health, actually. So that was my plan. I took time off to do this, and I'm working on I'm writing a book that I haven't done much on, and I had to get away. But you are right. I had to, I had to evaluate the year 2025 and all that happened. I had great hopes in the SDP. I was heartbroken by what the SDP leadership did, but it's life, Things happen, disappointments happen, and you move on. But I want to correct your mistaken impression that in the ADC we've not unified the opposition. We are unified. The leadership of the ADC is one. We are focused. We are determined to all remain together. We all agreed that among those that have presidential aspirations, only God knows who is the chosen one. But all have agreed that whoever emerges in free, fair, and transparent primaries will be supported by all. And the first stage in building this momentum is to do the membership revalidation, mobilization, and registration, which has been kicked off now. As soon as we finish that, we're going to go ahead with congresses, elect new leaders for the party, and have a non-elective convention where we will even promulgate a new constitution of the party. Immediately after that, of course, planning for primaries with the candidates.
wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó pati ó ti pati darling, it's a lot, you guys. It's actually happening. Where's my face? You guys, sorry. Hey, wọ́n really target ra àwọn èmi náà really get here. How am you? It's a lot o. No, what is going on here? No, not remove background. No, leave. Remove background was okay. Remove. What is this one? What?
Forward to is for us to give them a decent and electable candidate, and this government is gone by the grace of God. So we've done that.
Bola.
I believe.
Tí ẹ ṣì ṣe láyé ẹ, wọ́n ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ẹ ti gan, wọ́n ní you are a gunner. I think as I do like this, I think, did you guys see? Those are people like you guys see the rose. Is that a rose? Rose petal. I'm thanking you guys. I've already sent my thank you. Bola AHMED, only you are a gunner. Because you guys is your political talk. My darling, I remove myself. Even though I've been punished for this, they restricted me. There are some charts that I cannot analyze on my own. You have to hear from the horse's mouth. You know? So this my RUFAI, I've already mentioned to you guys how I came across his name. I have nothing against all of them. He's a father. I hope he's an amazing father. He's got his kids. Most of them, they are not in Nigeria. Probably the one that is actually following his footsteps. I think he follows his footsteps, but his own area of passion is different. I think he has his own area. That what he talks about and everything and something like that. And you guys stop calling him SS, okay? So, I mean, he's their father, so he followed the footsteps and what have you. So that is... RUFAI, Nasiru RUFAI, Alhaji Nasiru, hello, Alhaja Nasiru, tell your husband, all those Christians that he unlawfully locked up, to go and remove for me, please. I beg, I cry, I beg, please. Me, I beg you, and I am kneeling down. You see me like this? See, the Lord is my strength. Please, I beg. Alhaja. Who said her husband was keeping the money of Nigeria for people? Who is that one that has spied for a long time? It's just a lot. The wife is like, they don't know anything. My husband was keeping all the money of Nigeria. It's a lot.
We've lost some time. We've lost a bit of momentum between July when we unveiled until the end of the year. But we are going to catch up. We are going to surprise this government. And I assure Nigeria.
Probably Bola Ubasani. Nǹkan tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe yẹn ò dẹ̀ dá. Bola AHMED. It's not really good, really, because there was a kidnapped that happened in Kaduna under that Ubasani. Ubasani's name has been mentioned. Yeah, I care he's clear now. I even thought this kidnapper kidnapped him along. You know, sometimes when their masters send them an errand, or when you keep on sending them bad errand, they get upset. The Lord needed to turn all their back against one another. What the heck? Redirect prayers and let's know at the altar to the glory of God. And nobody answered me. I say, where's Subasani? They say you sit down. They don't know who. Somebody said they don't know what you are doing alone. That you are not with your aides or I don't know whatever you guys call all those people. All their children, even their wives, they are not in abroad. I'm telling you guys. So, ìwọ tó bí ọmọ tó bá fẹ́ ṣe jàgùdà. bí ìyá bá jẹ́ títí lọ́ta rẹ̀ sí kó lọ kó kiri káàkiri àdúgbò kó polówó kó wẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ máa ṣe wholesale, ẹ̀yin alágbàtà tẹ́ bá wà ní Calgary kò ní ná yín lówó. Ẹ̀yin bọ́ọ̀sì mi kẹ́ line up á máa kọjá fún yín. Wàá fowó díẹ̀ lẹ̀ àbí kò yé kó tán. Wàá dẹ̀ máa tajà. Ẹjọ́ rádaràda olùṣí gbogbo wọn orí burúkú ti bá wọn. Àwọn Haúsá ti gbógun ti Bọ́lá AHMED. Ayé Bọ́lá ayé tiẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́. Did you guys see recently? I don't know all these people. Say Kokonso, they say Kokonso na Hausa man. Instead of them to go after Shetima, when Shetima was governor, Shetima shielded another Muslim man that went and buy a Christian. There's no way. See, because this man mentioned lobbyists. So it has started right now. So olúkálùkù ni kó bọ́mọ ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣó ń yé yín? So ẹ bọ́mọ yín sọ̀rọ̀. Títì gbẹ. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa ẹ̀sọ́ yẹ̀ wá ń bẹ̀ o, wọ́n máa fi yílẹ̀ o. Wọ́n tó bá mọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ kí oògùn fún gba ẹ̀jẹ̀, wọ́n á wọlé fẹ́ gẹ yín ṣe kí ni o. Wọ́n á fi decorate.
That we are going to give them a very credible alternative platform and a candidate that will defeat President TINUBU in the next election.
Right. Okay, well, I mean, I'm sure you've heard about this proposed
so gbọ́ TINUBU wọ́n ní wọ́n fún wọn ní candidate. Wọ́n ní wọ́n fún wọn ní wọ́n ní èmi ò mọ kí ló ti ń pe group tó wà. Wọ́n ní wọ́n máa gbé candidate dìde that is going to defeat you. So he said the person that you guys arrested, that you guys put there for 70 something days, is not the one that is financing his own party. Freedom
and Accountability Act 2026 has named Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso in connection with alleged religious freedom violations. I mean, that is clearly no small matter. When the American legislature invokes your name in the context of human rights, it raises the stakes far beyond domestic politics. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, look, first, let me say that, as Nigerians, we should not get carried away and be pawns in what is essentially domestic political posturing, okay? Because this whole Christian genocide stuff and the latest bill is just the Republicans playing to their base, the Christian evangelical base in the U.S. It has nothing to do with Nigeria. No, I want to lay the foundation because it's not just about Kwankwaso. It's something that every Nigerian should be conscious about and know. So that's one. So all this posturing, let's know it for what it is. It has nothing to do about concern. It has nothing to do about this. It's domestic politics in the U.S. Secondly, I think it is heartbreaking for me as a citizen of Nigeria and someone that has been in the highest levels of government that as a government, as a country, we are unable to protect all our citizens, whether they are Christians or Muslims. Everyone is at risk. We all know that. And that, for me, is what we should be worried about. And it is clear that the country is not secure. The security architecture has failed. The personnel are incompetent or not doing the job. And we need to ask some very difficult questions so that is recalibrated, so that every Nigerian will feel safe. But coming to the matter of Kwankwaso, I think it is most unfair to tag Kwankwaso. And I'm trying to figure out whether it is the $9 million lobbying money that led to the list of Kwankwaso because Kwankwaso has refused to move to APC. Because the evil that this government is capable of is beyond your imagination, Charles. They may be behind it because Kwankwaso has refused to move to the APC, and there are rumors that he will move to the ADC.
Well, you're saying there may be.
Yeah.
They may be behind it.
They may be behind. In fact, I cannot think of anyone else because look, 12 northern states implemented Sharia. Okay? The first state to do so was Zamfara. I thought Zamfara should be listed there if at all anyone is to be blamed for this Sharia fiasco. All right? Kwankwaso followed suit like many other northern governors, and Kano was not very strict in even implementing Sharia. So he's not one of the governors that you say was a fundamentalist or, those that cut off the hands of that Lady Jengebi or whatever. I walk in the streets, but they are in APC. Nobody is mentioning the states or mentioning Yerima Mbakura. Nobody is mentioning Abdulaziz Yari. These are governors of Zamfara state that protected and promoted Sharia. But it is Kwankwaso that didn't target it. It makes me want to ask questions. Where is this coming from? So I think we should be very discerning as Nigerians and not get carried away.
Well, that's why we're asking questions, because nobody has quite those answers. I mean, we're running out of time.
Well, I hope my explanation contributes to the answer. I don't know whether that is the answer, but clearly, we must not get carried away by some of these things.
Right. Well, let me ask you another big question, because the presidential election has now been announced to be the 27th of February, 2027. Are you running for president? I mean, you've talked quite a lot about the things that you'd love to see happen, the changes that you'd love to see implemented. You've said you've been let down by other people that you anointed as presidents before, or you supported.
Yeah.
So really, the only way that you can push through the things you want to push through is if you're running yourself. So is that your intention?
Do you want me to run for president?
Well, I couldn't possibly comment on that.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking you the question.
Let me tell you, I have said this over and over. I'm not a candidate for any office.
You hear it.
In fact,
Thank you. I wish you all safety in everything.
Disaster that
Happy
I
Valentine.
contributed in foisting on Nigerians.
So I just don't know who's wanting anybody for president. God will help us
my books and
I'm
completing
bringing
my
the right
PhD
person
and
here. I don't
learning
know
to
the
be
book
fluent
that
in
they are
Arabic. That
writing.
was my life plan.
Thank you,
after
everybody.
Kaduna. But
Thank you.
what is happening is happening. The country is in bad shape, and every Nigerian is suffering across religious, ethnic, regional, and whatever divide. Everyone is having to go through a lot.
So you're going to run for president?
And
What are
side
we
by
doing
side
here?
with that, you have this affluence and massive diversion of public resources to a few